What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So I'm bringing you a blade today. We're talking a Smith & Wesson blade. So I picked this one up. This is the SWF 606 or the dual edge boot knife, stonewashed. So that's what it is right there. But I picked this one up because I did a review on that Spartan Raider Sykes dagger. And I didn't like it. I loved the look of it. I thought it was beautiful, sexy looking knife. But the handle was just so skinny. And remember, some of you guys, well, pretty much most of you, all of you, are going to have smaller hands than I do. I have ginormous hands. It's been shown and talked about. So for me, when I grab a knife, it's going to be a lot different than when other people grab a knife. So some people grab the Spartan knife and they're like, butter, they love it. I can't do it. My hands are too big. So I needed to find something that had a better grip. And you can see right away how thick this grip is. We're looking at an 8CR 13 MOV type steel material for this one. It is stonewashed. The blade is 4.40 inches. So just about 4.5 inches. We're looking at a full tang with a little ring. I don't know what the ring's for, really. I think a lot of people put ties on them and they can use them as darts or just to wrap a pinky around to get that extra. So there's not really much to talk about. It is, I believe, G10, and you can see it is well textured. It is screwed on. All in all, it's a nice knife. I'll show you the sheath too. The sheath is a typical boot knife sheath where you can use the spring-assisted clip to clip onto your boot, or you can even belt it. So it's a dual option thumb snap or thumb break sheath. A lot of you fellow gun guys are going to understand that because we have thumb breaks. A lot of our what do you call it? Just lost the word, revolver. A lot of our revolver sheaths, I had one. Oh, I cut it off. Never mind. I cut off the thumb break. That's right. But a lot of revolvers come with a thumb break snap like that. It's very common. It's a nice sheath. Gets the job done. Smells good. That's all part of the job. But right here, you can see. Now, the biggest problem for me with this one in the grip isn't grip size this way. It's a handfuller here. The problem is length. I wish it was another 1/4 inch. For me personally, a 1/4 inch would be good. I can still get my pinky going in on it because obviously it's well short of my palm width, but my pinky will still get to the edge, and it's good because it's jimped all the way around. It's jimped in here. So any grip I can get where I can reach in here, no matter what, I'm still going to have traction. I like that. These, they're kind of like choils, I guess. You can use it as a choil, but that's not what it's for. This knife is a self-defense knife. That's what it is. This isn't your camping knife. This isn't your, bushcraft knife. This isn't your knife that's going to work as a common tool. For that, you use a different knife. This one is made specifically for one reason: poke, 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 and go. It's comfortable enough to hold in a reverse grip for like slashing, but it is what it is. It's a double-edged dagger. It's made for one thing, and that's sticking. So you can see why these are curved the way they are. Thumb and finger, that's what it's for. You can go under, come up, and it's going to have all of that ability. A lot of people say, oh, you're looking at a 8CR 13 MOV. It doesn't hold an edge as well as some of the others. It's made to poke. It's made to poke, guys. It doesn't need to have a crazy edge. That Spartan edge came dull. It was terrible edge, but the tip was good. That's all that matters when you're talking about a double-edged dagger. It needs to go in, not on, right? So that's a good quality. We're still going to test the edge. I wonder if it's even sharpened good enough. Let's see. Well, already Smith and Wesson, I can tell you, put a hell of a lot of a better edge than the Spartan knife. That is absolutely 100% shave sharp. Does it need to be? No, doesn't need to be shave sharp. The fact that it is just says they put more into their edge work than a company that's going to sell it for a whole lot more money. This one sells for, on Smith & Wesson's site, and I'll put it down, you can get them cheaper anywhere, but on Smith & Wesson's site, it's $54.99. And you can definitely find them cheaper. I think Blade HQ has them cheaper. You can even find them on clearance, I believe. But in hand, I can say it's worth the money, but let's go see how it is outside. All right, so most important thing about a fighting knife is, or self-defense knife, a poking knife, is how it feels in a fighting grip. So in my foregrip, even with my thumb not being able to bend, this one I can show you, in a foregrip it would lock up really nice and tight. Even without my thumb, I can still get all my fingers wrapped around that big fat piece of handle right there. But slashing, poking, uppercuts, turning so I can do a pinch grip, boom, I can turn and do a side grip, boom. It's going to be there for you in the grip. I really like how fat this grip is. It's going to work for a lot more hand sizes, styles, and shapes than a skinny grip would. They didn't bring it in so tight up here where that's where like the Fairbanks gets it so poor, in my opinion, as far as design, is it really closes in right there and it gets way too skinny. This one doesn't have that issue, and I can really appreciate that. A 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch longer in the handle would allow you to add an inch into the blade, and you'd have a pretty serious knife. But this is still over 4 inches long in the blade, and for an average size human being, 4 inches reaches every single internal organ. So 4+ is definitely going to get you there. All right, so I told you it's not your bushcraft knife or your camp knife or anything like that, but we still want to test it as a knife. So I'm going to start with a little bungee cord cut. Now, normally I would put my finger on top and I would give it a good push cut. Can't do that because I'd push right through my finger. So I'm just going to choke down on the grip, give it a nice little push, and it's cutting. We'll try a thicker rope and see how we do on that. I'm just going to push down. This is a really frayed end, so it's kind of hard to cut, but still it is a nice cut for a dagger. Now, if you're walking around in the woods with your dagger, if you're going for a hike, and this happens to be the only knife you have on you, and you need to survive and make a fire because a storm rolled in, or you get stuck somewhere, or you get lost, which happens all the time with hikers, are you going to be able to use it to light a fire? Are you going to be able to create a bundle, make a nest? And the answer is yes. That edge is absolutely going to be good for feathering and getting yourself a nice bundle made. Obviously, take a little bit more time. And you can use the actual edge to light, to hit a ferro rod. You can use way down here. You can use right here. It's 90 here. So you can use this curve with a ferro rod to strike. So while it's not made for it, can you use it for it? Absolutely. If you are out and maybe you carry a pistol with you when you go hiking, smart. And you have this with you as a little self-defense against some critters, and you get lost or you get, stormed in or something, and you are able to catch yourself with your pistol, or if you have a little rifle with you, if you're able to get some small game or a fish, are you going to be able to use this to possibly skin? And wow, way better than I thought. And cut up your meat? Absolutely. And this is a real basketball, leather, rubber, mesh. And I almost put my finger up there. Got to train myself not to with this. So I have to say the edge where it doesn't have to be good, and I'm trying both sides, is still good. See the long way. If we can get that sliced. Ooh, it's tight, but it's right. So, I mean, bada boom, bada bing. This thing, not only is it going to keep you alive in a, better get Mako combat situation, but it's going to keep you alive if it's the only knife you have on you and you need to survive. Can you survive with it? Yes, bottom line. All right, so what if you aren't the kind of person that has the ability to fight up close and personal, and you might want to get something at a distance? Or if you have a squirrel sitting in a tree right in front of you, and the closer you get, the farther it's going to go, or even like a duck or something, you got to know your tools. Hey, get out of there, get out of there. You have to know your tools and understand your tools, and so you want to practice with them to find out. Ooh, that actually hit. That actually hit. This is really hard to stick because it's kind of broken, but that actually hit tip in. There we go. So practicing with your tool and getting used to it. Practicing with your tool. Hey boys. It starts in junior high, practicing with your tool. So, oh, that was tip in. So basically just getting used to finding what angles you're going to need to fire those out. You can see that those are all tip in, and that stupid thing is just breaking. But it's absolutely going to work. If you practice enough, you can throw something and you can hit exactly where you want to hit. Remember, flesh is a lot different than a telephone pole. If that sticks, it's at least going to make somebody jump back. And if somebody jumps back, it gives you two options. You can run or you can go forward because now you got them, right? So as far as self-defense tool, I think this would be A-okay. Even slashing, I know I told you it's not a slasher, but let's see if we can't get an angle to where you can see something happen if I slash with it, right? You can see pieces flying off. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So even as a slasher, and I'll even go reverse grip, as a slasher, it's gonna hold up. So, I mean, right there, you're looking at a piece of knife that's gonna do the job. You're gonna walk in the same way you walked out, alive. And that's a good thing. If you have to survive with a blade, if it's a must, you want to know that you can survive with that blade. And this thing, firm grip, nice point, good edge, good ergonomics. It sticks to the hand. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right here. Something like that. I'll tell you what, the Smith & Wesson SWF606, I think that's what it's called. That'll keep you alive for a little bit of money. That is not so bad. And I'm done with this one. I am Donnie B all day. I accidentally hit the button. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.